what I go through when I take my hair down, because everyone's seeing that my hair is now flat ironed. So people are kind of interested in what I do to keep my hair up every day. So as you can see, I have a few pin curls with these duckbill pins. I'm just going to take these down. Now, I did put some Got to Be spray in my hair after I curled it yesterday. I did end up curling it because the straight look was just giving frizz, 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 and I was not trying to look like Miss Frizzle, nor am I trying to really flat iron my hair every single day. So I figured at least the curls, when I pin them down, they can retain their shape. So let's get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and take them down, see what we get. All right, because I haven't pin curled my hair in forever, so I don't know what to expect my own self. See, I pinned them back this way, so the curl should be going this way. I'm gonna like just barely comb it out so that it can drop throughout the day. But yeah, that's how easy it is to wake up and drop your pin curls in the morning, or the rising, however you want to claim it. I know some people don't like to say morning because morning gives morning, whatever it is that you want to call it when you wake up out of the bed every day. So that's my hair. Now let's get into this face, but let's also get into day 291 of evolving into a star seed. Thank you guys so much for being here, joining me, and tapping in and subscribing. Um, Interestingly enough, I'm seeing some stuff behind the scenes that really ain't. Um, I'm just seeing some stuff behind the scenes. If we're looking from my point of view, that looks a little obscene. So please don't mind me for trying to correct those things on the screen. What's up, love? Let me get my makeup back because I want to go ahead and start doing my face. I'm not going to do too much today. Actually, I'm going to go to the gym today, so I'm not going to put anything on my face, actually. I'm just going to leave it like this. I was going to do some lashes or something, but now I don't even feel like it. Let's just do a natural look today. So, with day 291, I want to talk about what did I experience yesterday? Yesterday was all about stepping into your gift once you finally finish the evolution. Because we're in the graduation portion of the series, right? Where everyone's graduated, they become star seeds, they're finally graduating, they're finally putting their best foot forward, they're understanding like, okay, what's going on, what's the tea, what the mission is, what the goal is, things of that sort. So with that being said, how do I put this? I don't like that. Everyone's pretty much being put to the test at this point. Where it's like, are you really gonna step into your gift? Are you gonna start being like scared? Are you gonna continue to keep going against your gift? What are you going to do as far as when it comes to stepping into your authority, power, gift, and really completing this journey of evolving? Because if we're truly evolving, the goal is to get to what we are supposed to be doing. So for some people, that may look like being a content creator. A lot of people that I've been coming across lately want to be content creators. They're like, I quit my job. I kept having issues with keeping a job, but now I'm hitting 1 million views online. Other people are like, I can't keep a job, but I get nervous online. Other people are like, I graduated from college. I haven't been able to use my degree. Other people are like, I graduated from college, I'm using my degree, but I'm still not happy. Other people are like, I got my degrees, I left college, but I want nothing to do with what I did with my career. I just got the paperwork. Now I'm about to go live my best life. Basically, what I'm saying is everyone has a different journey, a different outlook on life, and different, means of understanding what their journey and purpose was. So for me, I feel like my purpose was really to go through life. Like I went to college for I think for a semester before I had my son. And while I was in college, I was doing hair the whole entire time. Even before I went to college, I was doing hair every day. So when I left and I was pregnant, I immediately went straight to hair school. Like there was no ifs and buts about it. Like I wasn't about to sit in the house, but I immediately went and did hair school, got my cosmetology license. Really was focusing on doing that and did that for 10 years plus, and was successful enough to have my own business for 5 years. And then even after still being in that space and completing that, I still even went further and went back into the career and became a hairstylist at a salon. And that's when I realized, what's up, Maya? I realized working at that salon, I was like, nah, man, I can't do this. So I went back into doing hair independently, which I'm doing now more recently. So it's something that's I've been doing since my son was in my stomach. He's now about to be 14. It's like, some 14 years I've been doing the same career. But I've had other things that I've tapped into additionally, right? So I've also tapped into advocacy for the herpes positive community because that's a part of me that I've been dealing with since I was about 17 years old. Tomorrow is my math exam. Please pray for me. I'm praying for you, Maya. You got it. I think today is mine. So I'm just trying to get my isosceles triangles and everything all in order and stuff. But again, I got you, no problem. Again, I think we're not really looking at the bigger picture here when it comes to our goals. Like I appreciate college for what it does teach people. So like for you, Maya, you're having a math exam tomorrow. College does teach you about sacred geometry a lot more than real life does, but real life also taught me about sacred geometry. It's like when I needed to know it, it came across my desk. And see, it's like people don't want me to talk about sacred geometry because it's like sacred geometry is the keys to life. And like, well, if you give away information to everybody, then it's not elite information. It's like, well, why is it that only a certain group of people needs this information? If it's so essential to life, why is it that you're only giving this information to certain people? And that brings me to my conversation that I had yesterday, where I started to ask him, like, it seems to me like we are our own problem. It's like the human brain creates problems just so we could create solutions. Like we don't even need to create half of the problems that we create. What is this piece of hair doing? Oh, okay. I was gonna say what the heck. We don't even need to have half of the problems that we have. Meaning, world hunger shouldn't exist. We have plenty of land to grow food on. Water shortages shouldn't exist. We have oceans where we can take the water and get the salt out of the water. You see, they don't want me to talk about this stuff because it's making my nose dry. They like, how dare you talk about stuff like this? But it's like when you truly get into that true understanding of like we create our own problems, it's like, oh, why do we keep doing that to ourselves though? I don't understand, because me as a human with common sense, I'm like, okay. So people are hungry. So everybody has their own house should be growing something to eat. World hunger solved. Whereas other people are like, well, no, you don't understand the resources that need to go into world hunger, and this place they need to do this. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't understand that all you need to do is grow that food and shut that mouth. And then everybody's not gonna be hungry. And then everybody's gonna be taken care of. It sounds to me like you don't want that to happen. That's what the problem is. It sounds to me like you benefiting from people being hungry and starving and wanting to fight each other for food. So that's what it sounds like to me, right? So when it comes to, for me personally, at least, the understanding that We literally create our own issues so we could create our own solutions. I then realized how scripted the world was, and I started to kind of like fall back from the main screen. Like, I was on, I guess, a platform or the main scene or like a popularity streak this summer because I dated a particular person who's already in the limelight. But because I'm not used to that kind of life, I'm sitting here like, well, that don't make sense, and then that don't make sense. And I'm sitting here trying to solve the problem, not realizing they're the creators of the problems. The whole point is to create an issue to make you want to watch the situation so that you stay engaged. And when you break down the world like that, it's like, oh, he purposefully cheated on that girl and tried to get that girl pregnant so that that girl would be mad. Oh, they purposefully make reality TV shows but script them. Oh, they purposefully are not shipping enough meat to the grocery store because they want people to freak out so that you can overbuy the meat and buy everything in there and give them a financial surplus. Oh, and when you start to look at the world like that, you're like, oh, well, how about I change that with my actions? Meaning, how about I again grow my own food? You know, um, create my own jobs. You know. But then when you do that, people sometimes look at you and want to get this sense of or this air of jealousy or anger towards you because you're actually solving problems. But again, certain people are benefiting from the problem. So because they created it on purpose to be able to. That's how people sell to us. Like for instance, I know that, or people in the herpes positive community who are leaders and you know problem solvers in the herpes positive community. We know the problem, so we know how to market to a person who has the problem. Are you tired of getting outbreaks? Are you tired of having those tingling sensations in your nerves? Does it take too long for your outbreak to go away when you want to get intimate with Bay? We know all the trigger points, so we know exactly how to trigger you into succumbing to our ad, right? And when you finally look at the world like that, you'll realize why it's smart to become a seller versus a consumer. You don't want to be the consumer and customer always. Sometimes you want to be able to be the person who's actually marketing to people. So for me in the spiritual journey, when this turned into what was my topic subject initially, let's go back to it. I'm forgetting. I think it's all going to tie itself in. Um, I don't went down a rabbit hole, but needless to say, it's all going to be relative. I'll come back to it eventually, but just knowing that, hi, I'm back, girl. Okay, so what's up, dance queen? When it comes to that understanding that we're the ones creating the problems so we can create the solutions, it makes the whole entire spiritual journey a little bit more, I guess, stomachable because you realize and figure out that without someone creating these problems, most of the things that we are engaged in wouldn't even exist. So there would be no social media because there'd be no issue because everybody would be around each other because we wouldn't be working so much. So we would just be like, oh, I'm going to go to my friend's house versus, oh, let me go check and see what so and so is doing online because I haven't seen her in a long time. You would have time and space to be around each other. There'd be no reason to go to so and so's Instagram or so and so's page because you be in each other's face. We create the problem by giving the person a job, giving the person bills, giving the person mortgage to pay. So then that's when now the problem is only solved by somebody giving you the opportunity to see them online. What's up, love? So I don't mean to be boring or drag this along, but it's just the spiritual journey teaches you a lot when you finally see beyond the veil. And it's like, oh, we're in a system where we're being forced to have problems with each other. So that brings me to my video again yesterday that I made where I asked all the thought leaders, I'm like, If everybody got the answers, why can't we all sit down at the table and share the answers to the test like, you get what I'm saying? If you got the answers and you got the answers and you got the answers and when everybody got the answers, why is everybody not sitting down at the table giving the answers to everybody so that everybody could pass this next test? Because you got to put in the work, and it took me 20 years to get here. So what? You got 20 years to give somebody the keys. It's like, you think that's what's wrong in a lot of families as well. We know the answers to the test questions. I'm going to make you suffer and struggle through it. So versus like, I don't want you to stress out. Now, Donald Trump's dad did say, I only gave my son $1 million loan because I wanted him to actually understand hard work. Because he could have paid for his whole business and set him up to not do anything, right? But he still gave him $1 million. See, black families, they'll give you their asses to kiss and homelessness and then say, see, didn't it teach you something and give you some character? And it's like, it put a stain on my spirit. My spirit was fully intact, and then you put me outside around a bunch of strange people that I don't know. I had to learn how to connect with them regardless of what we look like, regardless of whether I liked it or not. And it forced me into like giving access to my body to people that I don't want to give access to. You can be famous and still be selective about who you give your energy to. Beyonce says, I'm stingy with my love. So I'm not saying it's only black people, but it's like we tend to not think about the spiritual and mental effects that it has on somebody. And then it's like, okay, well, you need to go to therapy, because it's like, I need to go to therapy because you kicked me out of the house, or I need to go to therapy because you thought it was a good idea to have your freaky ass husband around all your daughters. Like, we could have avoided that. So when you look at America like that, it's like, oh, we could have avoided a lot of these problems. You understand? Like, we could have avoided the issue of, I don't know, what's something I could think of right now at the top of my head. We could have avoided the issue of war in Gaza or war in different places. Like, why do we have to have wars? It's not making sense. Why are we engaging in any wars? If the U.S. is in so much debt, how do we have money for guns and how do we have money for guns and missiles and stuff? If the U.S. is in so much debt, why do we have the finances to create more havoc in other countries that have resources that we could benefit from just simply trading with them? What's up, Summer? So, again, this era that we're in, this season of humanity that we're in, I just don't get it, because it's like we literally have all the resources that we need in order to heal, but we instead use our resources to kill, steal, murder, and destroy. It's like, so you telling me that the devil's not the devil? The devil's actually the people around me that I'm looking at. Like, for instance, yesterday I spoke on how a lot of people, like in those thought-provoking groups or those thought leader groups, it's like, oh, that person's a devil, that person's a devil. And like, the only devil is the people who come around and police us. Meaning, last night I was sleeping in my car, minding my business, right here. Hair was wrapped up. Y'all see my curls. Hair was wrapped up. I got my pillow behind me. I'm sitting here chilling. Seat laid all the way back. I'm just laid out, sleep. Next thing you know, I feel like this weird ass vibration in my body, and then I finally wake up and it's like a bright light shining on me, and it's an officer with his flashlight. Hi. I'm like, hey, can you hear me? I shake my head. Yes, I'm not rolling down my window. How may I help you? Yeah, you're in a car, sleeping at the park, and it's after hours. You can't be here. The park's closed. And I'm looking at them like, y'all are the devil, because of the fact that y'all know that I still don't have housing because of y'all's wait list on y'all's programming. Y'all are all interconnected, all y'all systems and all y'all algorithms. Why are y'all still trying to bully me into some kind of humiliation ritual of feeling like, oh dang, I ain't got nowhere to sleep, so now I gotta stay up all night long. I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 2:30 a.m. I'm tired. It's 4:50 a.m. But I'm sleepy because I've been up since damn near 2:30, because I can't sleep right, because every time I try to lay my head, somebody pop up and just start being like, But again, y'all call them the people who are trying to practice thoughts together. Like if they think that the number 666 is okay for them, let them live in that. Because whoever wrote the Bible thought for a second that 666 was a bad number. Like who said that 666 is a bad number? Who made that up? What's the proof that 6 is a bad number? Our sixth chakra is our third eye, which we use to have the vision to create life. So who's to say that 666 is a bad thing if that's the chakra that we all like? Oh, mine is marked. I got a little mole on mine. So my sixth chakra is marked. So like, what's wrong with the sixth chakra? So you got different. You got your first eye. You got your subconscious eye. Your first, your second, third eye, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh crown. So and I'm not saying that people who are using Baphomet symbols and stuff are not evil people. They can be, because I've seen somebody myself personally, up close and personal, who was on to that stuff and they was doing me dirty. I'm talking about like, whoa, 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 what you got going on over there, buddy? Why everybody smell like rotten demons all of a sudden? Nobody smells that. It smells like death. I should probably get out of here, huh? Because I don't know if you've seen a video on Facebook or Instagram where they put the smell of death inside of the tub of lampreys, and then they start swimming so fast they all start jumping out of the damn tank because they put the scent of death in the water. So if even animals run away from the scent of death, I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to run away because I don't like how that smells. But then it would go away at times. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, y'all just heard it sound like somebody knocked on my glass, right? Child. When I tell you spirits is starting to get a little bold these days. Gotta start chopping shit down. Gotta start looking at people like, oh, you're crazy, crazy. Okay. Oh, you approaching me and you crazy, crazy. Oh, you just stepping all up in my house. All you in the penthouse suite in my house. You was just gonna help yourself to the top floor up in my house. Well, how'd that work if I didn't actually say yes? We got officers sitting here trying to do the loop de loop and swear like buddy on this head over here. I don't want to. Then you start realizing, like, is that a helicopter above my head? Who put these attachments on the top of my head and said that this was okay? Who is doing this mess? Needless to say, the spiritual and the physical, the math of it all, the beauty of it all, the respect, the diligence, all components of it all put together. All in all, I can't say that any particular group is the devil except for the people who are oppressing the people from being able to explore their spirituality to the highest degree. If you are an oppressor of people practicing their spirituality to the highest degree on a grand scale, you are the devil. It's people who are like myself, where I'm like, okay, you could practice your spirituality, but just don't don't be coming over here trying to fuck me up. Because if I come to your house and I start touching your shit, I'm like, oh, okay, do, then I'm a bad person. I just here to let you know, like, hey, I see you. Like, okay, leave me alone now. Go on about your business. You come over here, start blowing up my house, start touching my kids, and start touching my husbands and parents and all that stuff. Like, again, we create problems that we already know the solutions to. You already know that it's disrespectful to touch somebody's mom or somebody's child, but people do it anyways because it's like, I got to rush. It made me feel like I was important. It's like, Like sometimes when I watch tarot and I know that they up there doing spiritual stuff above my head, like literally like trying to play on my head top, and they think that I'm not aware because they think, oh, she don't know nothing. She just here for the tea. She just sitting here. I'm just like I be sitting there watching tarot before I go to sleep, right? A lot of times, but a lot of them tarot readers be playing with everybody's head. Like they just be like sitting there running over your head, smacking you upside your head. You trying to figure out why every time I watch this lady I get sleepy. Not realizing the lady literally is like beating you upside the head to steal your energy from a chakra that you're not even aware of yet. Because your awareness hasn't gone up that high. Not that there's a wrong not that there's anything wrong with not having the highest awareness, right? But a lot of people don't realize that they're being played with spiritually while they're watching tarot readers. Like even me, when I do tarot, people come around and try to play on my head top so that I can't get the highest message possible. Because people don't want me to be a credible tarot reader. Like, she's not really a psychic. She's just saying that. She's just making it up. She's a liar. But literally, when I be falling asleep, when I do tarot, or when I be feeling drowsy, I be seeing things with my third eye. Like, visually, I see stuff. And then, y'all, if y'all watched my videos, I'll just tell y'all what I see. You know? I'm sorry, I'm looking for my other tarot deck. Because somehow it went peekaboo, disappear, bye-bye. And I'm trying to figure out why. Like, really, where's my deck? Yeah. That's my favorite deck, too. Oh, here it is, right in the door. Look at me, talking all that trash. Again, creating problems that we already know solutions to. So, I say this to say, if you're aware, be aware. Don't only be aware when it's convenient to you. Be aware at all times and speak to the truth. You know? Let the truth be the truth. Like, I need a new water bottle. I had that bottle of water too long. That's the one that I thought that I was drinking that's the one that's been hiding in the back of the car. Ew. But without further ado, let's get into some tarot. Okay. And we are 30 minutes. Good. Making good time. Turn some heat on. Light some sage again. It's the angels, ancestors, divine beings of the highest my light protect me at this time so I can channel divine messages. Keep this space clean and clear. I ask that all energies and entities that have come to this portal be cleansed, clear, and of the purest, highest divine white light, so that messages from the purest, highest divine white timeline can be channeled. I do not want to channel the messages of the darkness, but if they should come through, I completely understand that too. Ashe. But nonetheless, I pray that you all are having a beautiful, lovely day. Mm-hmm. This is the prankster spirit in your energy. It's the Two of Pentacles. This speaks to a prankster spirit, someone that likes to play pranks on people, a joker, a jester. And they're a hard work. Eight of Pentacles, they put in some hard work. So what kind of hard work is this jokester prancer putting in? Like, what's the... It's to the wheel of fortune, maybe to your wheel of fortune, trying to delay your success, your future, your pathway. With the strength cards popping out, they're trying to work hard and deteriorate your strength. So it sounds like they're trying to siphon some energy to make you weak. That's what it's giving. That's what the energy is reading. Heavy mind, this is a collective message. This is not for just one person. This is for all people in the collective. So if you're coming across this message, it's for you when you need to hear it. The Knight of Swords, this speaks to being a dialectic or a smart person. So being smart about it, you can get over this. But they then also try to do spell work on you while you're asleep as well. I definitely feel that because my mom just came back in town last night, and I felt so happy when she was gone. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And I love my mom to death, but child, energy is energy at the end of the day. Intentions is intentions, and how people feel about you cannot be hidden. It don't matter how much money they give you, how much they smile in your face. You don't like my pictures on Instagram. You don't fuck with me at all. When I come to the house, you don't speak to me, ask me how's everything going. It's given. Don't come for my neck. Don't come for me. Like, you trying to stay ahead of me in the race versus like realize that if you got to do all that, then I'm already ahead of you. You working too hard to keep me behind you. So, I don't know if that applies to y'all. If y'all have anyone in your family who's like that, a feminine energy, a queen of wands, that might be like. I also seen the king of cups at the bottom of the deck, and I do understand that's a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, masculine energy. Yeah, they working against this chariot. You have a way to get out of your situation, and people are working against this. Highlight that there's some bulls down there to help you get to the next destination, but people are working against it because they see you're going to make it out of a situation. You're going to succeed. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck too. They don't want you to get out of the situation that they've been trying to literally, again, back to what I've been saying the whole entire read. They're creating a problem so that they can give you solutions because they want to still be relevant in your life. That's how society works. But if you have a family like, myself, that's also how they work. They want to be relevant in your life so bad that they'll create problems that only they can solve. It's like, had I never listened to you, I wouldn't have the problems that I have today. But you don't get bitter about it. My best advice is to rise above it. Because every time I think about it, I get that nasty, weird, sleepy feeling in my forehead. And it's like, That means your third eye sucking in. I'm trying to project, emit. You trying to suck in. Take. Something to do with love at first sight. So maybe whoever had love at first sight for you, what's the next card? Is a Knight of Pentacles. A very abundant person. Very abundant energy. This could be physical abundance. This could be spiritual abundance. I think that spiritual abundance is definitely where this is headed towards because this is more of a spiritual read versus a physical read. So yeah, the Chariot is probably with this King of Pentacles. That's a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn masculine who had love at first sight when they first met you. Oh, look at the bottom of that. King of Pentacles showing off too. Taking this leap of faith towards that person can do what? What's the next card? Queen of Cups. Maybe a Queen of Cups tried to take a leap towards your potential soulmate to lock in a deal. So, if you are not this Queen of Cups that's going towards this person, someone in your family may be going towards this person. If this is your person and somebody in your family is going towards your person, I pray that you don't kill that person or snap their neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I know that. I know that feeling. Yeah, this person is your emperor. And who you supposed to be manifesting life with. For some of you guys in a collective. So like I said, you could be this Queen of Cups. Somebody else could be a Queen of Cups. Take the energy how it reads. Maybe when you approach this energy, maybe if you're a cusp sign like me, you need to be more in your Queen of Cups energy versus your fire sign energy like me, because I'm a cusp between Scorpio and Sag. So, anywho, Seven of Pentacles. She say, take your time. What's the rush? I say, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Hello. How are you doing, love? We're doing a tarot reading right now. Okay, so there's a protector in your energy. There's someone who's protecting you in your energy, a Nine of Wands. So be patient and wait for a protector, or be patient because you are being protected. Take that how that reads. You will be going through a transformation. This is a Knight of Wands. I just saw the King of Wands flash their head off too. What's up with these knights coming out and the kings coming out behind them? Sun card, joy, right? Sun card, joy. So this transformation is going to bring you a lot of joy. All right. And all eyes are watching at this time what you're doing. So keep in mind, everybody's watching you. So act accordingly in the court of Jesus, or excuse me, in the house of God. Um, it's time for you to get some solitude in. It's time for you to go be alone. And that's how you'll truly harness this everlasting source of energy. The man who brought the flame to the community, so someone who brought the spark, can help you relight your lighter sometimes. Temperance card, but use your discernment. Okay, that's what the temperance card is all about, being an angel in the right space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Somebody sleepy. Y'all need to get some rest. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, the police coming. They watching. Got their sirens and they say, "Oh, y'all showing off too much today." Kiss ass. We got this Knight of Cups. Oh God, what is he doing back here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Annoying. My phone be popping off too much. Okay. The abundance card. Somebody's gonna go through a big harvest, right? These capsules are just not trying to go down. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more spirit. Star energy. So someone's trying to be the star in a situation. King of Swords is very important here. There's a message. What's the message? Justice is on the way. The message is justice is on the way now. A King of Swords is a Libra, Capricorn, and Taurus. So to see a message is coming through, and then you figure out justice. Okay, that's always good news. All right, let's break these down because I don't feel like I'm doing too much. Okay. That's respect. I see it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the first number if you play the lottery. Story goes, love at first sight causes someone to do spell work on you at night. The man who brought the flame is going through a transformation while the dude here is protecting it all, protecting everybody. Okay, that's good. We got protection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Story goes, with imagination, this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Cups and this Knight of Cups are manifesting everlasting life together. That's the message from Papa Legba, which also includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Knight of Pentacles is hard at work, trying to correct any pranks that was played so that abundance can be poured out, but it's going to take some patience for that to all play out. 1, 2, 3. A dialectic is taking some time for solitude. That could be this King of Swords, taking some time to just be alone again for introspection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this story for the major arcana goes, an emperor is taking a leap of faith to get on a chariot to come get somebody, showing off his strength, of course. The star card, or star energy, is deciding to make the right decision with everybody watching her to evoke joy and happiness in her life, and that is justice. Ugh, Jesus Christ, I cannot stand that shit. Being in the middle of somebody else's war with themselves is ridiculous. Like, when you gonna give in to yourself? Excuse me. It be cracking me when people don't be thinking that people can see what they doing. You just ignore it. Mama Gaia got me and gonna nurture me, no matter who try to steal. And that's why I got compassion in my heart for people. Because I know people don't know no better. They just do really dumb things. Somebody's in a bus going somewhere. Somebody's trying to take somebody on a different path than they're already on. Trying to show them that their path is better. It's a visual lead. The majority of this group of people is going towards the underdog. And the people who usually have power are standing around upset. Yeah, somebody's mad at somebody else getting an opportunity. That's jealousy at its best. Let me go ahead and stop playing before I fall behind, trying to channel what they got going on. Not my business. You have strength, and that's why Mama Guy is nurturing you. Mm. You be your own blood every time, trying to take you out your own place, your own space where you deserve to be. Crazy people. It says communicate love today. I think today is the 16th, right? Or is it 17th? Hold on. Okay, today's actually the 17th. Ow, my ear hurts. So I already know what that is. Oh, God. Ugh. It say know God's character. And my God will liberally supply, fill to the full, your every need according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. I believe Jesus tries to get us to sow a good seed by making a statement that he is first in our lives. I believe if we do that, we will receive more than we give up. I'm tested in this way all the time. There have been many times when God has been asked to give has asked me to give my last, my only and my all. But every time I have done so, I've ended up better off than I was before. Offer up your best today to God, and you will see his character, that he is El Shaddai, the God of more than enough. Because right now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm getting so tired. I'm getting so sleepy, and I know exactly where it's coming from. It's my mom trying to drain the fucking life out of me, child. Every single morning, I get so irritated because I know who and what it is. I get irritated because I know exactly who's draining the energy out of me. I know exactly what they're doing to do it, and I can feel it, and I just want to stop it because it's like I have no interest in the same aspects as these people. I don't have interest in doing the things that they do, and it's like I got my own movement and my own dreams and aspirations. So when I look at said individuals attempting to drain me, refrain me, and abstain me or tame me rather, I look to myself and I say, so why do you have to do all that for you to exist? Literally try to make me disappear. And they never can come up with an answer. It's like the continued attempt to eliminate me from my own son's life is just be like, uh, we create problems to create solutions. When my mom was out of town, no problems. I was fine. Everything was good. It felt like life was perfect. Now that she's back, it feels like everything getting slowed down again. And for me, I just think to myself, like, as a mother, how could you want to see one of your daughters not well? And I have to take accountability for things that I said yesterday, but I said what I said. Okay, I'll give you an insight. So my grandmother was complaining about her room being cold. And I'm gonna quickly say this and I'm gonna get off here. My grandmother was complaining about my room's cold. And I looked at her room, I'm like, you ain't got no curtains and you got a draft in your room. You need curtains and a comforter. And I thought to myself, I'm like, hold on. My mother got this big old house. Why don't my grandmother have curtains? So I told my mother, I texted her and I said, hey, get your mother a comforter and some curtains. And she was like, okay, whatever. Like she kind of liked the message. I'm like, and if you want me to go on Amazon and pick out the color scheme, I'll do that. If you don't have the time to do it, I can help by doing that. Oh, I don't need you to pick it up. I'll get it shipped straight to her door. I'm like, I literally just said that in a message. She's like, but if I need someone to pick it up, I'll contact you. I'll reach out and contact you. Thanks. Like she tried to treat me like I was some bitch from corporate. Like I'm some separate entity from her. Like I didn't come out of her own body. And I'm looking at her like, I literally said I'll pick out the blanket based on the color scheme I see she has in her room, so you can get it shipped to her door. Why did you? I said she did that to trigger me. So then I thought to myself, I said, this lady only intention is to make sure I don't actually reach my true ascension at this point. That's the reason she told me to give up my apartment and move with her. She bullied me, laughed at me, cackled like a witch every single time. I didn't know how to defend myself spiritually from her attacks. Even right now, as I tell y'all the truth, it's like the feeling I feel in my chest trying to express myself. And she only got this strength and power back because she came in town and I started getting sick. I'm like, why my nose getting stuffed up? Have you mind? This is a spiritual note for me that I've noticed, but whenever my son's father is not well, this phone never charges. Like I be trying to get the phone to charge, it never can charge. It never will charge. It's on 100%. So I spiritually know that he lives with my mother, meaning she's giving him access to her womb and to live with her in her house so that she could have authority over me by giving him energy so that they can use his power, his phallus, his magic against me to keep me stuck. So she's running with my baby father to keep me down and out. And I thought to myself, like, then I started thinking, like, maybe that's why her husband always be trying to, like, cling to me. Like, if we could stop your mom, then maybe I don't want to just stop my mom. I don't think like that. I just want the hierarchy to really exist in the way it should, like a tree would. Like, the ancestors here under the ground in the roots. Then my great grandmother, my mother, me, obviously, then my sisters, and then her daughter. Right? That's how it would make sense to stack up the uteruses to make a definitely strong Christmas tree in the way and shape that it's supposed to be made so that everything makes sense. They refuse to allow me to bond with my niece. They try to keep her away from me, try to not let her talk to me because they just understand that me and the niece have a bond based on our spiritual connection. So if I had access to her and my son, that would make me too powerful in the dynamic of the family. But I'm like, you can't go against what's natural, what's God written. But they keep on trying to like manipulate themselves. So then I look over here at my son and I'll see it's like a bunch of people all in his energy that have no business being in his energy. Because I had a weird dream That my mother was like, I got all these resources y'all could have. And I'm like, what? Like, what you mean you got resources that somebody could have from my kid? Like, that don't make sense because last I checked, that's my kid. Uh, right? Excuse me. See, now I'm not focusing on the live. I can really focus on the energy. Like when she was out of town, my videos was going back viral, going back up to like 500 views. Now that she back in town, it's only 7 people coming into the live. Like we had 20 people, 2017. It's like it's literally like she's standing over top of me, just trying to block all of my success, and it's just so sad because it's like, why would you want to help my son's dad block my success while he's in prison? What kind of angriness do you have in your spirit where you would want your child to succeed, where you don't realize like, okay, I'm 50. I worked my job. I did my thing. I bought my house. I got the car that I wanted, even though that's the car that I said I wanted, an Audi truck. Why wouldn't you now at this point just be like, all right, it's time to let all my daughters shine? It's like she's trying to pave the way for somebody else to shine. And it's like, no, it's my time. I know I did shine like when I had my 5 years of my salon and everything in my apartment and I was doing everything on my own. And you told me to leave and come move with you and then treated me like shit and made sure you didn't pay for my storage unit when you told me you would. And they sold all my stuff. But now I'm getting my place back because God said, because they reanalyzed everything and they were like, oh, well, no, give her back all her stuff. Like she didn't deserve that. Justice, right? Like we saw in the tarot read. And I'm just thinking to myself now, like, how could I, as a human being, not want my child to succeed? Like, if we all sitting here looking like, why would I come back in town, see that my daughter was successful, see what was going on, seeing that it's a good thing, a good change, but just because I wouldn't be at the top of the hierarchy, I'm going to knock my daughter down and potentially do spell work and root work on her and allow other people to do it to her just to be able to stay in power. Like I saw my sister yesterday. When I pulled up to the house, she started going like this to her shoulder, like, oh shit, she about to touch me. She about to get up on me. And it's like, actually, no, I'm about to like get out the house and like go around you. I don't want to be in your lane and compete with you. I want to actually build my own thing, obviously, because y'all won't let my tree, like I spoke about this yesterday, my tree will not grow healthily in this environment. So my friend or my ex at this point, I felt like our energy was low key kind of still connecting. Like we was kind of like peeping each other out, like seeing how we was doing, even though we was not together. And it's like we work together pretty well when it comes to still making our content go up. That's good. And he finally realized that it was never me that was attacking him or doing anything wrong to him. Like I never had any ill intentions for him. It's like we kind of realized, like, damn. So we just like cool. But of course, ego says don't text that person. We need to get away from each other because we're toxic to each other, right? It's the use of things that my mom learned at this convention. Because what my mom does, she goes to these things and she picks up spirits from all these weird ass men. They basically go to these conventions. I'm understanding now. These corporations make these. They do this to go meet new people with new AI software that pretty much allows them to like bully and destroy each other. Meanwhile, the whole thing I've been preaching the whole entire time since she's been gone is how can we all work together to ensure that we get back to a natural world where things can be sustained and our economy can be sustained with peace and unity instead of war and division. So to have her come back in town and then now feel all these weird ass feelings in my body and see all this weird stuff propagating, it's just like, I couldn't see myself being that person. Like, for me, to my son, I'm like, so Like when he was here, he finally just hugged me. He was like, "Oh my God, thank you, Mom, for helping me get out of this craziness." Like he finally felt liberated again. My mother called my son and was like, "I'm so disappointed you didn't go to school today." I'm like, "Well, I never wanted my son in school. You took custody of my son behind my back after a scuffle that you put your hands on me and started." Again, creating problems so they could be the ones to solve them. And now you calling him because I'm in charge while you're out of town because he's my son anyway. He's going to be moving back with me anyway. Oh, I don't. Well, I'm so upset that you didn't go to school. Why? So the system couldn't siphon him, so he couldn't be hindered from doing what he's supposed to be doing spiritually, like being in charge of his space, his body, his energy, his spirit, his mind. You want him logged into a school system that keeps him digitized and rolls energy through his body. Like, if you understand the energy siphoning points on the body, it's one, two, no, it's one, two, three, four. Then they have one on the side of your hand right here, which I feel my hand cramping already. Then they have the one on the back of the knee and then the side of the foot and then the back of the calf. You want him logged into that system where they can siphon his energy and make him weak so that it can benefit people like you and the government versus allowing him to be free from that system so that your next generation of grandchildren can be free from the system that has caused you to be raped, sexually exploited, and so many other things that I can't even mention on camera. I just want you guys to know that, like, when it comes to women's bodies and attempting to keep people small for your own comfort, instead of allowing things to propagate and grow in unison, it lets me know that, like I said yesterday, all of those thought leaders that I was talking to yesterday, you're not shit. Because if y'all keep stuff like this go on and not change it, not fix it, it's something wrong with you. So, like the fact that someone's even coming on my channel, someone's coming on my channel and asking, "Is it pink?" Like, it's like whenever my mother come back in town, it's like I get treated like some kind of nasty ass sex rag doll, and I don't even operate like that. Like, to even try to put that kind of spirit on me to propagate that and propose that to the universe about your child. So yes, this person is open for sex, sluttery, and all kinds of fuckery. No, don't give her privacy and authority over her own, or autonomy over her own body. To be a mother and set your daughter up for that kind of pathway is just, again, the topic is creating problems so that you can create solutions. Oh, you can always come to my safe space. It's not safe over here. You got me being prostituted and pimped out. Just like the lady on the internet, she had spoke out against, she said, so y'all gonna put the child back in her custody, but the child in her custody was raped, was beaten, was hurt, and you gonna put the child back in her custody? Oh, okay. I'm just wanting to make sure that y'all knew for certain that that child was hurt in that woman's custody, and y'all gonna put that child back in that woman's custody. Okay. Like my womb right now, it feel like it's so open. It feel like I don't even got control. Like I'm looking, like I feel like I could look down at it, and it's just stuff just moving around in there. Like, and I know that we all have a portal that we all supposed to use in unison, but it's like if you using your portal to do shit that I don't want to do with my portal, then I don't want to work with you. I don't want to birth more children being forced to go to school to learn stuff that they don't think is important to their spirit. I don't want to enforce children being forced to be in buildings for 6 hours a day, learning stuff that's not going to really take their spirit where it needs to go. I don't want to enforce that men, in order to get some kind of hierarchy, need to allow men to create sexual favors or perform sexual favors for each other. And that's all I saw when I looked around in my spirit last night. So to know, I'm sorry, I had to burp all that energy out of my heart space. But to know that all this stuff is going on, and then somebody's sitting here trying to pull my spirit down to a place that it don't belong, but then use my energy as their own, it's just like, I pray nobody has to go through this. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. But just remember, in this current state of being, we're in the space of creating problems so that we can be the ones to create the solutions. We're not really being solution-based thinkers. We're really actually the ones creating the issues and then blame it on somebody else. When you point one finger, it's three pointing back at you. What's your problem? Why you can't just work it out? Baby, well, technically, I guess today I am being a hypocrite because I did say you have to give your energy to both sides of the spectrum in order for you to have something to say or do. You got to be able to give your energy to the other side. But it's like, I'm not trying to be married off to somebody in jail. Like, I'd rather be single. Like, why would I want to be kept at the low level of somebody in prison when I have so much more to do with my life than be in prison? Don't get me wrong. I love, my son's father for the fact that we created our son together. But it's like accountability is like understanding, like, okay, he did that, so he got to be held accountable for it. But I didn't do that, so I got to be held accountable for what I want to do in life. Meaning, if I got to go and, you know, not necessarily move on from the person, but like just not deal with you right now because I got other stuff to do. Because also you decided to take accountability for the fact that you started a whole nother family. That's where you was laying your head. That's your home. And if you got kicked out of your home because somebody else got moved in, it's not for me to pick up the pieces. Especially when dealing with you is not giving me no safety or autonomy over myself. When my mother came back from her convention, I just kept feeling so sick and so snotty. I'm like, wow, I feel like so many things I've been wondering. But again, I'm trying to trust the process of this. But going from knowing that if she wasn't around, my life would be perfectly peaceful, to now she back and I feel like my back is hurting. I feel like I can't stand up straight. I feel like something pulling on the back of my ears. Like, well, what is all of this? Something is up. But anywho, y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. And just remember, America creates the problems just so we could fake care about solutions. Okay? And when you understand that aspect, you'll understand why it's important that we all start to come together and start to unify on how to really make real solutions happen. Because if I gotta sit here and keep on saying Sierra's chakras and Sierra's body, Just to remind my body to embody my own energy because somebody else is trying to pull my energy a certain kind of way or do something to distort my energy. That alone right there should let you know how distorted this place that we live in is. But anyway, y'all be easy. Peace, love, hair grease, and everything in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. Remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Okay, y'all take it easy. Peace.